What is up, afternoon inhalers, AM hookah smokers, and midnight tokers? I messed that up completely because I don't have it written down like I normally do. But this is the AM Hookah Podcast. I am your host, Matt. Joined with me, as always, is my co-host after a long hiatus, Adrian, my friend. How are you doing?
It's been like, 2 weeks off plus the end of the week, so it's been like almost 3 weeks. So I've just been pumped to do this for like...
What is up, afternoon inhalers, AM hookah smokers, and midnight tokers? I messed that up completely because I don't have it written down like I normally do.
We're good. But yeah, man, I'm just pumped to be doing this. Talk to Zach, he's the important one.
Okay, yes, we are joined by a very special guest who we are very thankful to be joined by. Zach from StrictlyShisha is here with us to talk about some hookah stuff and all sorts of enjoyable things. Zach, how are you doing today?
I am doing excellent. So they didn't mention this, but I requested to be on the show. That's how hyped I was to watch this episode today. I actually want to be on it. I had so much fun last time, so it's going to be a fun day.
This is, and we appreciate your enthusiasm and the fact that you wanted to be a part of the show again. I wanted to have you back on again, obviously, but we didn't expect you so soon and so early, and you're here to help us kick off the first episode of the season 2. Though for some reason, my Facebook feed is not working correctly. I'm not showing that we are showing up there at all for some reason. I'm going to keep looking into that for just a minute. Let's see. Maybe we just have a weird delay or something, but it's for some reason right now it's not kicking off on there. But we won't worry about that too much until I notice that it's a bigger problem than what it is. So, Adrian, 2 weeks hiatus break. We've been doing some things on our own. I'm getting some lag now, somebody is saying. So I'm going to see if I can figure something out real quick while I let you talk to Zach for just a moment. Sound like a plan?
Preemptive before I start this dialogue with Zach. That is not planned at all because we are not prepared. Apologize for any technical difficulties. We figured since we got everything so good towards the end of season 1, we tried streaming to 2 places at once, which may have been a mistake. We're going to find out today. Zach from StrictlyShisha, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. You guys are now on 2 platforms, so YouTube and Facebook. That's a big deal.
It's dangerous, man. We barely have it. We've got a potato, 2 copper wires, and like, this is it. That's the whole setup. So.
Hey, it works though. We got 3 people from 3 different parts of the country hanging out, and we got a bunch of people watching, so it's working. Blurry, not lag, not or crashes, whatever. At least we're here hanging out, right?
That's fair. I respect that.
Yeah. It looks like we got some lag going on Facebook, sadly. I'll keep monitoring that and seeing what we can do to fix that possibly. Adrian, do we have some people in the chat over on the YouTube side of things? We have a bunch of people over here.
Akeem, what's up? Brack and Gustav, Raw, Hookah Fiend. I think that's everyone who sounded off so far. Nope. JD, new person to the show. What's going on? B. Lou, new person to the show. What's going on? Oh, apparently Zach knows. He must be one of the people who came over from Zach. Sorry that this is your first experience of us trying to like get our shit together for multiple platforms. And then yeah, it looks like just about everyone. There's this AM Hookah podcast that I don't trust them at all. Yeah, they say my voice is low, so let me know if that keeps happening. Hopefully it doesn't. But Matt, are we ready to start?
I think so. We have some cool people here on the Facebook side of things. We got Frank here. We got Badia here. We got Mason Bowles just showed up. My wife is even watching the stream as well, so I appreciate that. There seems some lag on the Facebook side of things. Hopefully that clears up. They seem to be able to hear us, so that's a good part of it. If you can hear us but you can't see us, I do apologize for that, obviously. We have some cool things to talk about today. We're going to be talking about some blonde leaf and dark leaf type stuff. We're also going to be giving away some stuff. We're going to be giving away Prestige coconut coals, the jumbo flats, I believe. And then we are going to be giving away 2 tickets, a pair of tickets to the Hookah Expo. That is going to be coming up a little bit later on in the stream. But let's go ahead and give away our first box of charcoal. And by the way, I guess before I say that, we should say that this is a dual stream. I know that we kind of said that real quick, but normally we only stream on YouTube. It is over there on YouTube right now, as always. We are also streaming here on Facebook. If you're watching me at the moment, hopefully you can hear me okay. If you're having problems with the Facebook stream, head on over to the YouTube stream, see if it's looking a little bit better. If we have to, we will just kill the Facebook stream, sadly, as much as I don't want to have to do that. But if it's not working, it's not working, and we're not going to try and beat a dead goat and stuff. So we'll see what happens. It just seems to be really, really laggy and stuff. So, but let's go ahead and give away our first box of charcoal. Adrian, all 3 of us have experience with the Prestige Jumbo Flat Coals. How have you enjoyed your time with them, Zach?
I'm using them right now.
Ooh.
They are excellent. I'm really enjoying them. I've been working on testing them out. Did a head-to-head with Cocoa Earths and Titaniums, and man, they're top tier. They work really well. I had some issues with ashing in the very first rendition of them, and these new ones, I have no ash issues. Longevity is stellar. No tainting of the flavor. So in my book, they get all the checks. So I like them. I use them.
Yes, they've become my flats of choice. They are the only flats that I want to use and stuff like that. So I think that's really beneficial for me. It's something that I really enjoy using. Adrian, what about yourself? How have you been enjoying the jumbo flats? Did you try the jumbo flats or cubes?
Jumbo flats. I've really enjoyed the jumbo flats. My cola choice when it comes to flats is actually titaniums, and it's purely because of accessibility. I get them local, $10 a kilo, very easy. But I think my favorite flats, like if I could just get them easily, would be the Prestige jumbo flats. And the main reason for that is just burn time. I found that I can get like an hour out of those. Like you said on your review, they weigh more. I haven't noticed any actual size difference, but there seems to be a density difference between the Prestige jumbo flats and the other flats available on the market right now. So if you're looking for a longer burning flat, I would recommend trying that.
Yeah, so we're actually going to give away a couple of boxes here on the stream. So if you would like to win the very first box from Prestige Coconut Coals, this is going to be the jumbo flats. All you have to do right now is inside of the comments, tell us what your very favorite flavor is of all time, and the very first flavor that we see is going to win that box. So Adrian, monitor those comments. I'm monitoring my comments. The very first one that you see is going to be the winner of the jumbo flats. So let's see what we got. Who's going to win the very first box of Prestige? All you got to do is tell us what your favorite flavor is. Very quickly, write it down in the comments. Hit that enter key. And the winner is going to be somebody who does the thing that I asked them to do, waiting patiently, because I'm a patient person. I'm just talking because I don't want there to be dead air, basically.
Okay, so
Zach.
We've got Amanda A with Great Mint A.
Great Mint.
I'm not sure what Great Mint A is. Are we worried about flavor? Because she is the first one to respond, followed very quickly by Akeem with Alfakir Mint.
Oh my goodness. Grape Mint A, even though I'm not 100% sure what that is that a real flavor? Is that what we're going to count? Is it? I think so. I think we're going to give it to Amanda A. Is that what you said?
Amanda A. And if you could just...
you won.
Let us know what Great Mint A is, because I'm not aware of the A brand of hookah tobacco, but I would like to get my hands on some.
Yeah, they're A plus, I guess. They're A quality. So you are the winner of the very first box of Prestige Jumbo Flats. I will contact you after the podcast is over with, and then I'll get your information, and we will get that box sent over to you. Thank you so much. Okay, Alpha Comma. Just wanted to got it in there as quickly as possible, absolutely as fast as possible. Very cool. We're going to be giving away some more boxes actually throughout the show, and then we're also going to be giving away a pair of tickets to the Hookah Expo worldwide. If you're planning on going and you haven't got your tickets yet, now is the time to get a pair of tickets for free. So yes, Zach will be there. I will be there. Adrian, are you going to be there?
Yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be at the Hookah Expo doing Hookah Expo things.
Awesome. So let's go ahead.
Mostly.
Yes.
Yeah.
We all plan on just making complete asses of ourselves probably the majority of the time. Ron, by the way, says, Zach. Just so you know, Zach, Ron is watching. Tony is here as well. Thank you so much, Tony, for showing up. He says, oh, shit, on Facebook, too, now. Y'all are fancy. Yeah, we like to be as fancy as possible. Let's get into the show.
Cameron's the man. Do you guys sprinkle meth on your bowls as well? That's kind of a trolly comment, but yes, I mean, I do. Clearly.
Only when we're feeling dangerous. Only when we're feeling dangerous. So to start off the show, something that I wanted to try and do a little bit different this time is I wanted to ask, what is everybody's favorite flavor profile, candy or natural? Those are the two that I'm throwing out for you. So is your favorite flavor profile candy or natural? We're going to come back to that at the very end of the show. This is for the people that watch it from the beginning all the way until the end. So that's what I'm hoping to kind of keep people interested throughout the entire show. So we will get back to that. So be thinking about that. Favorite flavor profile, candy or natural. But to get into the show regular, let's go ahead and talk about what we are smoking right now during the show. Adrian, what is your setup, my friend?
This is a basic setup. This is the Starbuzz Atlantis 1.0 short on the stock base with the Thunder Dark V2 hose. Comment on the tip. Thanks, Zach. And up top, I've got an OG Predator Bowl. Not an alpaca, it's an OG. 3 titanium flats on top. I'm just smoking cane mint with pink grapefruit by Tingers. It's good.
Oh, very nice. Pink grapefruit is a top tier flavor in my book. I absolutely love pink grapefruit. It tastes exactly like ruby red juice. It is I love grapefruit. Right now I've been on a real big grapefruit kick, and I've been needing that pink grapefruit from Tangiers because it's so very good. Zach, with those awesome clouds, what are you smoking?
Smoking out of the CNC pipe, I have a Hoob base on the bottom using a B2 silicone hose, a Goodfella V4.5, Phoenix HMD, 4 of the Prestige Jumbo Flats, which are not jumbo in my opinion, they're normal size, but they're excellent. And I'm smoking a mixture that I think we're going to get into a little bit later as we discuss dark leaf versus blonde leaf. So I'm enjoying this session. It's really good.
Are you not going to tell us what it is you are? Are you doing a mix of blonde and dark at the moment? Is that what you're doing?
Okay, yes, I am. So I am smoking a mixture of blonde and dark because I am undecided. I like blonde sometimes. I like dark sometimes. So why not put them together? I don't think it's taboo. I do think they burn at different rates and sometimes perform differently, but I think they can still go together well in one bowl. So I'm smoking Trifecta Natural Order with a little bit of Dirty Mint, also dark leaf, and I have a little bit of Azure Winter Rose, and that is part of their blonde leaf line.
Oh boy, I love the Winter Rose because you can mix that with anything, as I'm sure it's going well right now, and you get that little bit of floral, that little bit of sweet, and that little bit of mint. Just absolutely wonderful stuff.
Yeah, the rose in here really complements the sage from the Natural Order. You have the cooling, you have the little citrus bite, so I made it by accident. I have a mixing tray. I use a stone mixing plate, and I was just packing bowls and wasn't paying attention. Buddy came over. He used the leftovers, which thankfully doesn't go into the good stuff. Packed a bowl for me, and I was like, what the hell is this? This is phenomenal. And he's like, I just packed whatever trash you had over there. And I was like, okay. Went back, and I was like, well, this is Winter Rose. It had a little bit of lemon muffin in it and a lot of Natural Order. And I was like, this is a mix. This is a great mix right here. So I'm replicating it today, and I'm enjoying it a lot.
Very nice. I am smoking out of my Carbon 1 stem. I'm smoking a mixture of Alpha Kama. I finally am on the hype train that is Alpha Kama passion fruit, and my God, is that stuff good. Go and check out my review if you want some more further thoughts from me, but I'm really, really enjoying it. And I actually mixed it with Freeze Grapefruit Mint, and the mint kick in this is nice. The grapefruit kick is a good bitter tartness, and then that passion fruit is really sweet and tart as well. It's been a very, very good mix. So also, actually, sadly, our stream on Facebook is just no bueno. I'm going to end the video on Facebook, and we're just all going to move on over to the YouTube stream. So everybody that is watching on Facebook, just head on over to YouTube. That is where we're going to continue the show at because it is just not going all that well. So I apologize for anybody that is watching it right now on Facebook, but it is just not going very well, sadly. So head on over to YouTube, search AM Hookah, and you'll be able to see us right there, and we will continue the conversation. So I'm going to end this real quick for right now, and then we'll just all be over there. Okay? Sound good?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I'm
Okay.
told that I'm reverbing, so let me know if that keeps happening. Maybe I should turn off my audio input capture. I have no clue yet. We're going to find out. But yeah, kill that stream.
Okay.
We'll try to fix it later.
Yeah, hopefully in the future we can get a dual stream going on because I think that would be fun and something that I think some people would enjoy. If you would not enjoy it at all, let us know that as well, and maybe we won't even worry about that. We'll just stick to YouTube, or maybe we will alternate between YouTube and Facebook. I don't know. We will come up with some different ideas as we go through the motions of this. The YouTube video is ended. We are done with that. Let's continue on with this show. I wanted to talk about some new reviews, see if any of us have some stuff put out, or if there's anything that we wanted to point out. Obviously, Zach's already on the show, and I was going to point out some stuff that he recently posted, but he's here to talk about that. So, Zach, do you want to talk about some of your new reviews that you have out on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, the newest one is going to be the Goodfella V4 and V4.5, my daily beater bowl. I decided to let people know why I like it so much, and that's why I'm using it today. Go-to bowl, like I said, blonde leaf, dark leaf, it works well. It's smoking like a dream right now. So that's my latest review on my YouTube channel, StrictlyShisha.
And I have the shallow, or not the shallow, I have just the regular Goodfella V4, and it is a little bit more of a deeper bowl, obviously. I really do like it for my blonde leaf tobaccos. I've used it a lot for Alpha Kama. I've used it for Sherbetli. When you don't have to worry about using a ton of tobacco, that semi-dense or that dense pack in it, I think it's kind of nice to be able to just use that kind of bowl and stuff. So I've enjoyed that. But the idea of getting that sort of diameter but getting it a little bit more shallow, I think sounds like a really nice thing as well. So I can almost assume that it must be a very, very good book. Yeah, exactly. Adrian, what about you? I've noticed that you had a new review drop, at least since the time that we've been down. So what did you post, my friend?
That was a Messiah, 4 Seasons. It was actually a requested review. Actually, my next few reviews are going to be requested reviews on my channel. Some Fumari stuff, some Adalia, actually. I haven't been the biggest fan, but I am going to give my 2 cents on a few flavors that people wanted to hear about. And then other than that, I've been having some editing problems that I've recently fixed. I haven't been able to edit for like a week. And I'm working on some stuff for another YouTube channel that we won't talk about here. But yeah, I've also got that sweet Prestige review that's been like almost ready to go for like 3 weeks now. It's finally dropping.
So I think we finally made it big. I just want to say real quick, because we have somebody that is really trying to just be a complete troll in our chat. So I find that funny that we've made it big enough, and maybe Zach can comment on this because he's pretty big, and I'm sure you get this to happen every once in a while. But we literally have somebody that's trying to disrupt and cause problems inside of our chat. I ain't gonna give them the gratification of having their name called out or anything like that, but like, we see you and we appreciate your anger and annoyance at us for doing something we enjoy to do. You keep doing you, and we'll keep doing us. I don't know what else to say.
I think he's just having good fun.
Having good fun?
Yeah, I think is it we're talking about the same person? Is it
Yeah, we're talking.
Is it the boy, Dad Boy?
It's that boy.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, I have been dropping a few reviews at the time of us being on hiatus. I dropped a couple of reviews on Sherbetly and a review on Alpacom Passion Fruit. If you're interested in my thoughts on that, please go and check it out. I'm actually changing up my review style. I think that Zach and Adrian, you guys do these really good long form reviews that take multiple minutes and stuff like that. I don't know if I have the ability to do as good a job as you guys, and I wanted to do something to differentiate myself a little bit. And to do that, I decided to start doing these more digestible 2 to 3 minute reviews. So that's what I'm aiming for my reviews from now on, is to do something. Oh, he says that he is just having fun. So my apologies. I didn't mean to call you out if you're just trying to have a good time. We all just want to have a good time. So I appreciate you enjoying yourself to our show. But I have changed up my style.
That was a weird thing to say. Oh, nothing. Keep going.
So if you have not checked out my new style reviews, I'd appreciate it if you did, and let me know what you think about them as well, because I'm just enjoying doing the stuff that I'm trying to do. So moving on with the show, obviously, let's see. It feels like it's been too long since I've been here. The expo is almost upon us, obviously. I know we're all very excited to be going to it and heading off to Vegas to go and enjoy our time, meeting people that we've never met in person, but only had conversations through the internets and stuff like that. I thought we'd spend a little bit of time just talking about the expo, because we're going to be giving away some expo tickets. So because everybody's on Facebook, here's what I'd like you to do while we talk about this. Drop a number between 1 and, let's say, 40. And I will start putting in some numbers into a random number generator, and whoever wins it is going to win that free pair of tickets. I do request that if you're not planning on going, don't worry about trying to enter for this giveaway. If you do want to go, or you're planning on going and you just haven't got your tickets yet, right now is a good time to do that. So enter in that information. Give us a number between 1 and 30, and we'll talk about the expo for just a little while. And while we do that, I will be putting in some random number generator stuff. So Zach, what's one of the things you're excited about for the expo to see and be a part of?
Honestly, it's the people. So products, yeah, that's cool and all, and seeing the vendors, whatever, but I just love seeing the people and hanging out with everybody and seeing people face to face. You guys know there's a lot of support from people online for us, people watching today and people who comment and like, and I just want to meet them, and tell them thanks and take some pictures and have some fun and have some drinks together. So I go for the people. The hookah is cool and all too. It's like a secondary for me. I go for the people, honestly. So that's what I look most forward to.
I think that is a very political answer, Zach. Thank you so much. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so I go for the drinking and the strippers and the drugs, but Okay,
that was going to be my answer. I'm going to man, I hope the cops don't find me. That's why I'm going. It's Vegas.
Well,
we're going to Vegas.
We are, and it's going to be an absolute blast. Once again, that number is between 1 and 30. Put on 1 to 30, and that is when I will select your number here in just a minute. I'm excited to go and see products. Like, I want to see the people, obviously. I want to go and get drunk and have a crunk time. Is that what the kids say? It's crunk? Is that how it's pronounced?
I think we're supposed to get lit these days.
Lit. Yes. Okay, my apologies.
2018.
But I'm also excited. I'm also excited to see products that have not been shown off to the public before. I'm excited to see whatever anybody brings that's new and different and exciting. I'm excited for all that kind of stuff. So,
is anyone bringing anything new and exciting? Is there something that we don't know about?
I would imagine that we're going to see something new and exciting. I can't say anything that I may or may not know, but
spill some beans. Come on, tell me, what is it? What are we going to see?
I can't.
I think we're allowed to talk about the thing. I just don't think we can talk about the specifications of the thing or show images of the thing.
Here, let's hear it. Come on, entice people to book that ticket to spend that $1,000 that week. Come on.
Okay, so it's not even a vendor. We're
Right.
talking about the bowl, right?
The heart.
The bowl. This is my bowl. This is my hands in a bowl shape.
A big ass bowl.
One
You're gonna be smoking that for 4 days. Oh no, he's getting to leave. We are going to be talking a little bit about somebody who's going to be bringing something very exciting to the expo. We don't know much about it besides the fact that it was announced today. Whoops! I said 1 to 40. I said 1 to 40. I said 1 to 30, and then I said 1 to 40.
Are those Relix bowls?
These
are.
These are Relics bowls. These are not why people should show up, but these are part of the reason people should show up.
Yes.
There's going to be these bowls, not these bowls. But the person who makes these bowls, for anyone not familiar with Relics, there's a guy who goes by the name of Kyle Smith, real cool dude. I actually had the opportunity to meet him out in North Carolina over the winter. I went on a little meetup. Also met Sally from the Shisha Savage. And I was able to pick up and handpick a few of these Relics bowls. And they are really well crafted, super thick walled, low capacity. They burn for a long time because of the thickness of the walls. I love these things. We're getting a batch release.
So you're talking about the announcement today, the Hookah Heroes Relics collaboration into a bowl that does something different.
Totally different.
Feature that we're all interested in.
It's not going to look like this. This is not the bowl. I like this bowl, but this is not the bowl. They're coming.
And you're also going to be able to file, which is going to be cool too. The guy actually behind the Relics bowls, so that's going to be really cool too.
But there's a new bowl, and it's totally different. We haven't seen a bowl like this as far as I know ever, and I'm really excited about it. I'm personally, if no one jumps on it quick, I'm gonna buy all of them. So
also, just so you know, Cameron just said in the chat that he's bringing something to the expo. So that's something else that you may want to be checking out. I don't know if any other big brands that we may or may not know about may be bringing something to the expo. I don't want to say say anything.
And there is a small possibility, maybe like 30%, that the product that I've been working on now for 2 years, I'm trying to bring it to the expo. But just to bring it, not to show it off or anything, just to have and kind of smoke out of.
Kyle Smith.
Okay.
Hi Kyle. I miss you, Kyle.
Hey Kyle. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and spin this real quick. We have a bunch of numbers all picked out. The number was 1 to 40. I'm going to spin it right now. I don't have everybody's individual number. I just have something from 1 to 40. I'm going to click generate. It's going to give us a random number. So I'm going to see if
18. That's my number.
I'm going to see if one of those numbers adds up to something. That's actually Raul's number. That's whose number that is. So the number in question is going to be number 14. Do we have a 14? Let me check real quick to see if there's a 14. We do not have a 14. We do not have a 14. We do not have a 14. So I'm going to do it again right now. There's no 14. So checking again, our next number is number 40. Badia! Scott, number 40. Badia. Bad idea, good idea. You are the proud winner of a pair of expo tickets to go to this year's. But are you going, Badia? Are you going to be going to the expo? You got to let us know. If I got to respin that again, I will.
Also, does Badia need anything new? He's already got all the alpha combo he could ever want. He doesn't need anything else.
He'd ever want.
Good for you, Badia.
So
I'm mad.
So. Yeah, as long as he's going, there was a rumor that he wasn't going to be able to go. If he's going, then we got some tickets for you. But here's the exciting news. Besides the fact that we just gave away that pair of tickets right now, we're actually going to be giving away a pair of tickets on every single episode leading up to the expo. Every single episode. So I believe 2 more.
Yeah, there are 2 more.
That's awesome.
Yay.
Yes, talking to Hookah John for a while and got him to agree to this hard negotiation. Now, he's a great guy. He's very supportive of the community and wants to do fun things like this. So we appreciate his effort into doing
fast. Ember Productions, you said numbers 1 through 30. He briefly said that. He did correct. The original number was 1 through 40, so that was corrected. Apologize for any confusion.
Yeah, that's my fault for being very confusing. Let's be honest, I'm just a confusing dude. It
But you can
happens
just
all the
watch
time.
the next episode and the one after to win too. So
Yeah,
it's
and
not like
watch-
you have a chance.
Watch the whole
And the
thing.
odds are great. 1 in 40 is a great odd, you know.
Yeah.
So
And we also have another box of Prestige coconut coals to give away. So why not do that again? What you guys ready to give away another box of Prestige jumbo flat coals to this wonderful batch of listenership that we have out here today?
This is just the telethons go.
That's all we are.
This is just
So we
dirty.
did favorite flavor last time. The first person who said their favorite flavor is the one that won last time. So this time, the way that I want to do it is let's go ahead and put down your absolute favorite bowl that you love to use. The first person to say their favorite bowl is going to win a box of charcoal right now. Let's go ahead and see that happen. Whoever is the very first person to say their favorite bowl that they like to use. Strictly Shisha, you don't count. Get out of here. Get
that's
out
not
of here.
fair.
No, you're on
I
the
was
show.
first.
Also,
You don't
there's a
have any delay.
There's a delay, right? So they didn't know yet. You
Akeem,
Oh, I cheated.
you
Oh.
cheated.
Akeem, you are the winner of the jumbo flat coals. He just said Rook. Rook is the winner of it right now.
It's a very good bowl.
Akeem, you are the winner. David, you are just a little bit late. Raul, just a little bit too. Jacob, just a little bit more. I'm coming to the idea that as of right now, everybody is probably on a little bit of a delay. So we have another box to give away before this show is over, and I promise we'll do something else for that to help with that alleviation of it. But so many good bowls out here being talked about. The alpaca 80 feet bowl,
Tristan just
a
said
lot of
the
80 feet
onyx.
bowls actually.
Yo, Tristan,
The
do
Onyx
you like
bowl.
Mason?
Tristan said the Onyx.
Tristan,
Yeah,
do
Mason.
You, do you
Yeah,
like
is that
Mason
Onyx?
products? I don't know. Do you think? I think Tristan might like Mason products.
Maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. That was fun, right? We've given away 2 boxes of Prestige Coals. We've given away a pair of tickets for the expo right now. So we've done some pretty fun stuff when it comes to that. But we will be doing one more box of Coals before this show is over. And maybe we'll do another random number generator so everybody has the same amount of lag, and that won't matter quite so much. So let me pull up my notes real quick, and we will start talking about some stuff. But yeah, the expo is just a couple of weeks away. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen with that. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into a little bit of our topic that we have to talk about. It is dark leaf versus blonde leaf. Let us know in the chat what's your favorite, dark leaf or blonde leaf, and why that might be. But I want to go ahead and ask that question really quickly for all of us, is where did we start? I'm assuming we all started with blonde leaf. I know I did. I started with Alfalker and Starbuzz and Fantasia and stuff like that. Zach, did you start with blonde leaf as well?
I did start with blonde leaf. I started with Alfalker, obviously. Then I went to Nakla. Smoked a lot of Nakla for a while. And then in my yearning to, I guess, learn more, I went into Tangiers. So that's when I got into dark leaf, probably back in 2012 or so, 2013. But I still have love for both. I still smoke both, as we talked about earlier today. So I'm not sure which one I prefer.
Okay, and then Adrian, I'm assuming, I think we've talked about this a few times.
That most people probably start with blondes. I think that it's just more accessible. But I'm gonna go ahead and do I'm gonna pull a Strictly Shisha and give a little bit on my preference, because it's funny. My preference will change. If I don't have Tangiers in stock, I want to smoke dark leaves only. The second I get Tangiers, like the 2 kilos I have over in my kitchen, you know, I'll do like half and half. Like, I used to smoke Alfalker, then you go through the natural progression of discovering there are other things on the market that are delicious, and then you realize that Alfalker is actually pretty good. So honestly, it's almost a 50-50 split, maybe leaning towards the dark leaves, because I chase head buzzes, and honestly, you can get it from Alfalker, but you got to pack it different. So, what about you, Matt?
One of the questions we were going to talk about was the timing of the day and how the dark leaf buzz affects you.
Oh, we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Yeah. We got to talk about it.
Yeah, we will. But I did not start with the shirt that I'm wearing, Tangiers. I got into them much later. Same story as everybody else. I started with blonde leaf, got into Tangiers afterwards, and never really looked back. I love dark leaf tobaccos, but I do enjoy my blondes from time to time, especially when you have good brands like Alpha Kama with things like passion fruit and stuff like that. Like, there are flavors that are on the market that I love. Tangiers passion fruit as like a nostalgia type thing for myself, but the passion fruit from Alpha Kama is just so natural, really good. Inside the chat, we have some people talking about this as well. Andrew says, dark leaf all the way, my favorite with Tangiers, then went to Trifecta, now back to Tangiers. Love the flavor and the longevity of both. Hookah Fiend says, blondes have more fun. I like that. That's pretty good. Bilo says blonde because dark gets me so fucked up. which I can understand. Tristan says dark leaf tobacco because of flavor and longevity. I can understand that as well. Akeem says his favorite is a blonde leaf. I think that's all that I saw right now. So my next question is, which one do you prefer? Which we talked about a little bit. Would you say that overall, Adrian, you prefer dark leaf over blonde leaf?
If I was given, like, if you had to make a selection, you can only smoke dark or blonde for the rest of your days of smoking, I would just instant dark leaf. And if I had to pick a brand, I'd go Tangiers. It's, like, very simple for me. I'm a simple guy.
Okay, understandable. Zach, what about yourself? Do you have a preference one towards the other?
Dark leaf, hands
Dark
down.
leaf?
Yeah, there are certain times when I go blonde leaf, but I think if I had to pick, it's dark leaf.
I know you're a big trifecta dark guy.
Trifecta dark leaf is going to be my favorite.
Yeah,
I think hands down, yeah.
What's your biggest difference between Tangiers dark leaf and then also trifecta dark leaf?
For me, it's the it's going to be the buzz a little bit. 2, it's going to be the presence of the dark leaf notes are more present in Tangiers compared to the trifecta. Trifecta, I love the ability. It tastes like a blonde leaf to me in terms of I can taste all the different notes. The dark leaf is not overpowering, but it smokes like a dark leaf in terms of the heaviness, the bold flavors. Just that when you exhale, you really feel it, and that's what I like from the trifecta dark leaf. So that's my biggest thing. And obviously, Tangiers is a little more heat temperamental. Obviously, I can smoke it just fine. But, those late nights, 2 in the morning, when I'm not as paying attention or I'm really hammered, I can just throw the trifecta in there and I don't have to worry. Or when I'm smoking with guests and they have to heat manage or fix stuff, they can just do whatever they want, and trifecta can always take it. With the Tangiers, it's a little bit more babying, so it's not as, group friendly.
I never give anyone the tongs. Like, if people come over to smoke and they want to smoke Tanger, I'm passing them the hose from my pipe. I never set anyone else a Tangiers bowl because they immediately think hookah's awful because they don't know what to do with the coals. Because you do have to baby it. That's true.
John says Tang passion fruit is the be all and end all. I used to feel that way too, John. Back in the day, no joke, that was my absolute favorite. My goodness, we have somebody doing lawn mowing service next to my garage door right now. I apologize if you guys can hear that. Hopefully it's just bugging me. That's $1 million flavor is what Cameron says. Cameron also says trifecta is king. We also have David saying that Morning Glory for the win is what he says.
Morning Glory. I tried so hard. When I got my first 250 of Morning Glory, it was not in stock. And I watched Zach's review, which is the nicest. I can't remember the song he played at the beginning, but it was the nicest thing ever. I saw your review, and I was like, I need this. And I couldn't get a hold of it for like 2 months, and I was pissed. When I finally got it, that's all I smoked for like a month. It was awesome.
Raul says you are a true OG if you started with Nakla. I don't disagree with that. That's pretty true.
Sweet melon, ooh, that was some good stuff. I used to love that.
Oh my! You just spoke to my heart. Sweet melon was the great, and now it's terrible because I've broke myself of melon flavors because of that. I don't like melons at all because of the nostalgia that I have.
I love melon. It's so good.
I don't anymore, but I used to love sweet melon, man. I used to buy that just $2.50 every single time I ordered, and it was gone before I knew what to do with it. What are some favorites for each brand? Adrian, what are some of your favorite blonde leaf tobacco brands?
Trifecta makes a really good blonde if you get the right flavor. I remember I got some P3 and lemon mint back when they had the packaging that would erode because of the citrus that was in the tobacco. That sucked. But for the most part, everything we've had from Trifecta's blonde has been awesome. I'm actually a big fan of the coconut ginger flavor. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about that. I actually really like that flavor as a mixer. And then Nakla is obviously just one of the OGs, and I love their double apple. I like to mix it 50-50 with Alfaker's double apple, right when I'll get a 250 of each and just make a 500-gram batch. And Alpha Kama is probably at the tip top of my blonde tobaccos right now, just because they do nail so many flavors in the head for me. Their lemon mint is natural, which is that's my favorite flavor profile, and I do not like candy lemon mints. Hold for like Mamone, but there's different reasons for me liking Mamone, even though it is a lemon drop. But yeah, those are probably my 3 that I'm going to right now.
What about yourself, Zach? What are some of your favorite blonde leaf tobacco?
Lately, I've been doing a lot of Pure and a lot of Azure, especially because Azure has a lot of new flavors that I haven't had. So that's been my go-to blonde leaf. But of all time, it's still going to be Trifecta. I know when I have a group of people over, friends, I go pack blonde leaf for them because it's easier for them to take, and it's always blonde leaf, and it's usually Trifecta. I can rely on it to smoke well, and the flavor profiles are always robust. They're stronger than most brands, so You know, they can really taste what I'm packing and they enjoy it. So the traditional blonde leaf stuff for me, you know, the stuff made in Jordan and stuff like that, I don't really care for it because I'm so used to smoking these potent profiles that when I go back to those, it's like kind of like a dud for me.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with those flavors, but when you smoke something so strong and so potent, you go back to those traditional brands, you're just like, you left me hanging. Like, so there's like nothing here.
Al Ryan, Al Fakir, Messiah, those are not things you would typically keep in your rotation.
No, I go back to them every now and then just to say I did and to make sure, you know, just keep updated on those things. And if I'm going to go Al Fakir, it's going to be the grapefruit. But that's pretty much all I'll really go to. Or if I'm in a lounge, like a local Middle Eastern lounge, it's Al Fakir, no problem. I enjoy it. Mm-hmm. But at home, when I have options for more robust flavor, I go to that. And now it's funny because my girlfriend is the exact opposite. She doesn't like Trifecta. She doesn't like Azure. She doesn't like those blonde leaves. She likes that mellow flavor, that smoke taste, and I hate that. And that's, when she wants to smoke, I pack her the most generic, bland stuff I can find, like those Middle Eastern brands, and she loves it. She's like, "This is the best hookah you've ever packed," and I'm like, "I can't taste anything. Like, this is not my thing." But that's why they make all these different brands, right, for everybody.
It's funny you say that. My girlfriend's the exact opposite. She doesn't really smoke, but she just stained my KM Ferroni Oxide with Pon, and that's all she wants to smoke now. So she's just constantly smoking Pon. And I don't know what to do because I'm like, I don't really want to keep Pon, but now I have to go get like a kilo of, you know, what is it? The Afzal Pon.
Social smoke?
Afzal,
okay.
If you're gonna
skip that one. Go Al Waha. The Pon from Al Waha is the best.
Very good.
Yes,
it runs circles around the Afzal, especially in terms of performance and longevity. That Al Waha Pon is the best. It's also the most potent, so say bye to whatever hookah and hose you're smoking out of because it's never.
You know, I've got a Thunderbird Pro hose and a KM that are just, they're done. Like, I don't even like to be in the same room as that pipe because it smells like Pon when it's clean.
J-Rock says in the chat that he loves, his favorite blonde leaf is the new Fantasia F line or formula line. He absolutely loves that. And he talks about it all the time. And I know that he's a big fan of that. He also really likes pure tobacco. When it comes to me, I'm a simple guy when it comes to my blonde leaf tobaccos, though. I will say that ever since getting into Sherbetli, I've really enjoyed what they have to offer. I really do enjoy a lot of their flavor profiles. Very candy-like flavors, which is something that I'm a big fan of, going back to the question of the day real quick. But also when it comes to blonde leaf, Alpha Kama is like my top dog for sure. Al Waha, I've always been a big fan of theirs. And then the simpler stuff like when it comes to Al Fakir and things like that. But I'm a huge fan of Al Waha, Sherbetli, and Alpha Kama. I think that those are very good blonde leaf tobaccos. When it comes to dark leaf tobacco, and also I do like Azure blonde leaf. I think that they have some really good flavor profiles. When it comes to that Winter Rose, like that's one of my all-time favorite flavors at this point. I love that Winter Rose flavor. When it comes to dark leaf tobaccos, I'm sure we can all say Trifecta Dark and we can all say Tangiers. So let's try to say some of the other dark leaf tobaccos that we may be thinking of. I know Black Lava is kind of disappearing off of the face of the planet. It's really sad, but I liked the black leaf from Black Lava.
If they could get a consistent batch out, I would be a regular customer of Black Lava. But I've only had a few different flavors, and I've had 2 different batches of the banana cream pie at this point, and I've had raspberry lemonade in 2 different batches, and they're totally different. And I don't like, if I'm going to spend money, like it's a premium tobacco, they charge a premium price for the 200 grams you get in your little bag, and I want to know what I'm getting. That's what stopped me from like mass ordering Black Lava like I order Tangiers, or I'm a big Messiah guy. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but I think they have a good lemon mint. But they're consistent, and I think that's a big thing that goes into like purchasing tobacco.
I like the Messiah mint. I think that's a very good flavor. What? I do too. Yeah, it's gross.
It's pretty gross.
I was going to talk about Zomo because I know that they're a dark leaf tobacco for their strong line and stuff like that. They also have a blonde line, and is their World Experience, is that a blonde line of tobacco, or is that a dark leaf too?
It's a blonde line.
Is it a blonde line? Because it's a strong blonde.
It's excellent. I totally forgot about that. I should have mentioned that. I actually really enjoyed the World Experience line. The Secret of Babylon, what's the other one I like? I don't know the one. Blue Caribbean. Those are some fantastic blends, and I really enjoy those. Those are high performing, nice potent flavor. They're really good.
There's something about that Blue Caribbean that's like insane to me. Like I need to get more of that.
I need to try Blue Caribbean. I love the Fresh Providence. It reminds me of like porridge or like oatmeal with cinnamon in it, and I just love it. No?
I didn't even smoke it, honestly, and I'm not to not smoke something just so I can have a conversation about it. I opened it up, and the first day I opened it up, I was like, I can't smoke this right now. It's gonna make
I love it.
And then I was
Oh,
like, it's been sitting there, and I was like, oh, it's old. I can't smoke it anymore. Like, it's been open for like a month now. Like, oops, and I had to toss it because it just didn't smell.
Oh man, I love that Fresh Providence. It reminds me of like a cinnamon porridge or like an oatmeal. I thought it was so damn good. I've enjoyed it every time I got it.
Screen. You're weird.
So when it comes to other dark leaf, obviously Zomo, like I said, there is some other really good ones that are on the market. Azure is a flavor, is a dark leaf tobacco that I think they're almost there. That's the way that I feel about them. And Zach, I'd love to hear your opinion on this, and Adrian, you too, obviously. But I think that they're so close to being so good at all times. Like the Lady Liberty that I got, I really was a big fan. I'm not a fan of the Grow Up Pear, but I think I just may not be a fan of pear flavors in general because I just don't know. I'm not enjoying that at all. But like the other stuff that I've had is, I want to try Perfect. But the other Azores that I've tried that are dark leaf, I'm like so hit and miss on them and stuff, right? Like, how are you feeling about the dark leaf from Azores, Zach?
I was having some trouble with it for a while. Some of the batches I got, I think were off because I got some new batches in and they're a lot better. I happen to get profiles that I don't really prefer, so I'm not like absolutely in love with them, but I am enjoying the performance on the newest batch I got over the old batch because we've had conversations in the past and I could not get it to smoke well. The new stuff is like 90% there in my opinion. When I just really pay attention, heat manage properly, it smokes like a dream. The profiles though that he captures are fantastic.
Yes.
There's no discounting what he does in terms of the flavors. Even the ones I don't like, I think he did a good job with them. The performance for me is it's just on the edge. If I really pay attention, like I said, it'll rip, it'll smoke amazing, but it doesn't have that versatility like Trifecta has. Trifecta, pack it in there, loose it, whatever you want to do, it'll smoke. The Zora is just not there yet, but like I said, I really am enjoying it a lot more now. I've been smoking a lot of the Maraca Menta, extremely cold Moroccan mint. It's been really, really good. And I've been mixing that with some other stuff. And I also mixed some old batches of Unicorn that weren't smoking very well with some other brands, and it's been really good. So I like the new stuff.
What flavor profile is Unicorn, by the way? What is that flavor profile in there?
Repeat your question. I'm sorry. Oh, it's actually a melon, so maybe you wouldn't like it, but I like melons, so
I might not care for it.
I want to address this. Orion, Ugly Tobacco was trash too. No clouds. There were some people talking about Ugly's Blonde. I wanted to get on this because I've been doing some reviews for Jim. If he keeps if he keeps releasing batches like the latest batch, I would start to recommend people to go pick up Ugly. But the issue of inconsistency was brought up, and that has been a bit of an issue for Jim in the last few batches. If this last batch has been good, if he keeps producing batches like this last batch, you're going to start to hear me and probably other people go, it's time to re-up on Ugly. Because for this last batch, I've got 2 reviews posted in the last month on Ugly. I've even got a packing tutorial on it. The clouds have been awesome for me. But then I got the batch before that in no flavor, and there were no clouds up until the point where you scorched it. Then you got these clouds that made you want to die.
Yes.
It's so bad.
Yes. I must have had that batch because, I mean, I've been smoking Ugly since the beginning. First, when I had that buzz that would put you on your ass, that wasn't really my style of smoking, but I respected the hell out of it. It smoked really, really well. And then had a couple batches that way, and then he decided to calm it down and lower the nicotine a lot. And I think that batch where he first did that for me was the batch he sent me out some samples, and I hated all of them.
Yeah, it's
flavor decent, and I could see why they would be good, but they were soapy. I think they had so much glycerin where you had to put on there, more heat than I would normally put on anything. And I finally, like I said, I got that cloud output at the very end when it's scorched. And so I was like, I can't take a break from Ugly. But if you said he's redone it, I'm happy to try it again because I got a lot of love for Jim. He's made some great flavors in the past. His mint used to be one of my favorites. His grapefruit's really good. So he's done some really good flavors. So if you recommend trying it again, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I would give a shot at the guava. I was really impressed by the guava. The Chi-Town Breeze I really like, and the Desert Storm. Those are 3 of the flavors I have.
Desert Storm, yeah.
And they're outstanding. And like Orion just said, the flavor was really good, but really, really wispy. He tried it 5 months ago. That is literally prime time for that batch that was awful. Was around that time. So yeah, it sounds like you got garbage. Like just throw that stuff away if you still have it.
It was unsmokable. So
the guava that I got. Very good. I really like mixing my guava from Ugly with other stuff in there. That one's good. The grapefruit mint, I got a really bad batch of it, and then I just recently got a new can of it, and it is a lot better. Though it's not as good as I was hoping it would be, so I don't know what that is all about personally. But I want to try to do something. I want to try and see if we can get some live calls in. Give me just a second so I can pull this up momentarily, and I will see if I can get, let's see, it's already live and going. Adrian, do you have that phone number and that pin that I sent you?
Ooh, here we go. Let's play that game. Let's play the dangerous game of doing things on my computer while I'm trying to stream this.
This should be good. Just don't block our faces. Is all you got to worry
I'm
about.
really gonna try so hard. Did you send it to the group or did you send it solo to me?
I sent it solo to you, I believe.
Solo to me.
Yes.
I have it.
This is something.
I have the image. Do you want me to try to implement the image?
Could you do that, or how do you want to try and do it? Because if we just say the number, it probably will get lost on people.
There's no way I'm going to be able to do it because it's going to pop up stuff on my main screen. And I didn't put it in. But we can put it in chat and I can say it.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me pull real fast.
And
it should be, where the heck found it?
And ahead of time, if anyone wants to make a call in, I'm just going to say the number while it gets it ready. It is 650-472-533. And again, that's 650-472-533. And the pin you're going to need is 460113. That's 460113. He's going to put it in the chat for anyone who actually wants to copy paste it.
Yeah, give me just, it is a phone call type thing, so you have to use your cellular device and make the call. You're going to call the number, and then you're going to put in the access code, and that'll give you the access to give us a call. 650-472-5233. And then the pin is going to be 460113. Zach, you can't call.
No, Zach just dropped the normal data rates and charges may apply into the chat.
Yeah, I'm not responsible for any.
I'm not paying your phone bill. That's not my problem.
Okay, we got some hold music. Do you guys hear that?
Oh, yeah. Peak that audio. We're in the red, baby.
Okay.
You can't go back.
I'm gonna wait until we get a call. If we have somebody that wants to make a call, all you gotta do is dial that number and then enter that PIN, and you'll be brought to us. We're only gonna take one caller at a time, so anybody that calls in and gets in as well, I'm gonna mute you, and you can hang on the line if you want to for a little while, and you can go next. If not, then don't worry about it. 605-472-5233. The PIN is 460113. Hopefully we can do this so there's no pin in the future, but we are going to do what we can to try and get this to work, because I think it'd be fun to allow for some calls. So if you guys want to call in and ask Zach a question on your very own, we can't screen the call, so don't be a jerk. There's no topic for the call. You just make a call and you ask a question, man.
And definitely I'm going to talk to Zach, because the whole reason I even agreed to do this podcast is because I was thinking maybe at some point I'll get to talk to Zach from Strictly Shisha. So here we are.
Yeah.
So if you've
while we wait for this to go down, I guess we can pull up the next. We can give away the last box for the Coles. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and go back to that. What numbers should we do between? Should it be 1 and 20? Would that be easier, maybe?
I think so. I think we're at like 20 viewers right now. Although we saw a peak.
We got a call. Hello, is somebody there?
All right, hey, how's it going, man? This is B. Lou.
B. Lou? Oh, how you doing?
Lou, what's up, buddy?
Calling, we appreciate it so much. Can you?
Yeah, man. Thanks. Hold on, let me hit mute.
Yeah, thank you.
I've always wanted to say, can you mute your audio?
I had a quick question. First off, thank you guys for doing it. That's super dope. But I wanted to ask you guys about Ugly. It's been a lot of chatter in the chat about Ugly, and I like the flavor. And I like the flavors, the new flavors that they came out with, the Sergeant Huckabee and the Secret Agent, all those guys. But recently I got a couple more 250s of it, and I thought something was going on with how I was actually making my bowls, but apparently it's something going on with it. Can y'all talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah.
I mean, it just wasn't smoking well. It felt like it was scorching my throat. it just wasn't getting good clouds. I just thought that it was something with me, but I don't know.
Well, yes, we would
Too,
love to
man.
talk about that a little bit more. I'm going to have you go ahead. I'm going to kick you off the call, and you can listen to our response on the video. And then also, I just want to ask you real quick, what number do you want to pick from 1 to 20 to be entered into that that coconut charcoal giveaway?
Oh, I don't know, 7.
7? I don't think anybody has picked 7. Oh, somebody's already picked 7. Somebody's picked 7.
2 people pick 7.
All right, 9.
9? Okay, so somebody's already picked 9.
Let's keep going. Don't never stop.
Where do I have to pick from?
We got some good numbers. 2.
Okay.
Nobody's picked 2. You are now entered into the way. We'll be doing that here in just a minute. So we got 2 from you below. And by the way, anybody who has already been who has already picked a number that has been picked, the very first one will be the one that wins it. So whoever's picked 9, the first one that picked 9 is going to be the one that gets it, actually. Let's see. Okay, so thank you so much for calling. First time caller, first time listener, I believe, too. So that's exciting. We'll open up the phones in a minute. Adrian, do you want to talk about that just a little bit more?
Absolutely. Maybe Zach can chime in at some point too. As far as the batch of Ugly, that was just awful. And I have a suspicion that it was not just that batch, but probably the batch right before and right after. I think we're 3 batches out from that, and that would be the good batch. For me, look at those. Is that the bad batch, Zach?
Yeah, I got them all sitting here. They're all kind of full. So
We have another caller, but we're going to have you wait on hold for just a minute, caller, just so you know you're going to be waiting on hold, okay?
Firstly, Zach, just throw away the tobacco. The containers are gorgeous. Keep those. Throw the tobacco away. You don't need that.
I feel bad.
So the big thing for me, for the performance of Ugly and the awful batches, is you set it up. It smells awesome. It looks amazing when you pack it. It had a pretty decent cut. It was a little choppier than the current batch of Ugly, but it looked good. I mean, I was thinking this is going to perform really well. So I put my heat down, and for Ugly, I normally go 3 cubes. And just straight foil. I wouldn't recommend an HMD with Ugly, but that's just my experience. I'm sure some people would disagree with me. But the issue is you put the heat down and you start to draw and you wait, okay, 5 minutes in, maybe this is going to take a while to heat up. It keeps going and then it never really heats up. You get a little bit of flavor and it's kind of soapy. And then most people probably hit the point where like, there's no clouds, I'm pissed off. Let's add more heat.
Yeah.
And knowing that Ugly could take heat, I was like, 4 cubes, no problem. Put that 4th cube on there. There was no gradient. It was an instant transition from wispy clouds and like soapy, weak flavor to burnt death flavor, lung cancer flavor, and just like these clouds that were abrasive, and I didn't even want to like be in the same room as the cloud that I just blew. It was just very bad. And it was like that with every flavor I tried from that batch. What about you, Zach?
So I actually spoke to Jim, and Jim actually transitioned from that really potent, like high nicotine buzz, Ugly batches that he started off with, that he was known for, that ugly buzz, due to consumer feedback, and they were like, we don't like the buzz, so he decided to calm it down. Also, people were saying that it was a tad heat sensitive. So he decided to flip the script, go the total different spectrum, and he made it the most heat resilient tobacco ever. And I think he did that by adding a shitload of glycerin. And I think that's what's yielding that soapy flavor. So if there's too much glycerin, it takes a lot of heat to heat it up and produce those clouds. And then when that glycerin burns at that not optimal temperature, that's exactly what you're getting, those nasty clouds. So I think the ratio of glycerin and honey that he has in that particular bad batch wasn't good, obviously. And that was just, he was actually trying to do something good. He was trying to give the consumer what they wanted. I disagree because I think that Ugly Buzz made his product unique from other blonde leafs on the market. So I disagree with that total move, but that's just what I know. But that's what I think is wrong with it. So to the caller, I don't think it was you. I think it was the tobacco. But I trust Adrian. If Adrian says the new batch is better and you are a fan of Ugly, then check out the new batch. And Jim is also really cool. If you had some bad batches, reach out to him. I know, not that I want to tell everybody to do this, but he's talked to people before on the forums and he's replaced batches. Can't say he'll do it for you, but he is a nice guy and he cares about customer service. So reach out to him. If you're unhappy, he doesn't want you turning off from the brand. He wants you to stick with him and go through the growing pains with him.
Yeah, and try to be patient, because a lot of people don't understand that Ugly is actually a very small operation. It's him and another guy, maybe two, that are really producing this tobacco. And, they're going through, I guess you call them growing pains. I think he wanted to be bigger than the niche of people who were looking for that head buzz. And that's probably why he made the change. And obviously he got burnt. So the best thing that we can do as consumers is wait on it, and like right now, I think is the time to buy. So if you want to try Ugly, I would recommend giving it a shot, and give us your feedback if you did end up liking it. Because if Jim catches wind that everyone likes the new batch, he'll probably continue to produce a batch like the one that's out right now.
Very nice.
Yeah, I recommend. I mean, give people feedback. I mean, this is the first that I'm learning that other people had issues with Ugly. I thought it was just me, so I kind of kept my mouth shut. But I guess it's good in this forum and on places like that to talk about your experiences, not in a negative way, but in a constructive way, so that these manufacturers can make products that we enjoy and spend our money on. So this is really productive for me, because I just thought I was the only one who didn't like it, because I saw reviews that said it was excellent from the same batch that I got, and it's not. So this is good for me, and I'm learning too here.
We do have another caller, so I'm going to go ahead and see if they're available to talk now. Are you on the line, caller?
Yes, I am.
Who is this on the line?
It's the famous J-Rock. What's going on,
Hey, J-Rock!
We couldn't get him on for the season finale, and I was so pissed off. What's going on, man?
Oh, I'm so glad to hear your voice, my friend. What are you smoking right now? Are you smoking at the moment, J-Rock?
Yes, I am. I actually put in some AF. I'm mixing basically just some of my favorite during the summertime, some pineapple, grapefruit, and a touch of golden fresh mint.
Very
Sounds
nice.
I got three cubes from another cube company that I'm trying. I think it's called Kings of Fire.
I've heard of them.
If anybody's seen it, it's in a black box. I don't know these new cubes, but they're the bomb.
Yeah, I've seen the boxes, though I've never tried the tobacco or anything like that. Oh man, we got some fire department going past my house at the moment. So before you ask your question, I want to ask you, what's your number that you want to put in for the cube? Have you already put one in to it yet?
Yes, I put in number 36.
No, you know, 1 to 20 this time. 1 to 20.
Oh, 1 to 20. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Put in number 11.
Someone's already picked 11.
Come on.
Lower numbers.
19.
Oh, nobody has picked 9. Oh, nope. Yes, somebody picked 19.
Give me 7.
7's already been picked.
It's not good.
Low number.
Pick one.
Oh, 3.
3, somebody picked 3.
1.
Pick one.
1.
Yeah.
Okay, you got 1. J-Rock has
Oh wait, no.
one.
JD has
Praise the
one.
Lord. Praise the Lord.
JD has
Has somebody? Oh,
It's
JD has
awful.
1. My
Nothing's
apologies.
good.
Okay, let's see what numbers we got available. We got one's been
5
picked,
is available.
3, 4. No, 1 isn't. 5's not been picked. You want 5, J-Rock?
Put 5 on the
All
baby.
right.
Put 5.
J-Rock's
We're
got
good.
number 5.
Put 100 on 5. Come on, we're going to Vegas.
Roll
Okay.
it.
Why don't
Put it on it. I'm from Baltimore, baby. Put 5 on it, baby.
put all
Put
of
5.
it?
Give it 5.
5 on black. 5 on black. All right. J-Rock, please ask your question if you wouldn't mind.
I started this. I know we were talking about just the brands and everything. Just it's a question for all three. Can you remember what's the first shisha? I want to say. How can I put this? Like a fruit, like a mixture, like a. Damn, I had the question in my head. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Basically, it's just, what I'm just trying to ask, like, what was your first shisha brand? Like, what was your first flavor to smoke? As in, like, something mixed up.
Oh, okay. So the very first time we actually mixed tobacco, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or just like just basically like a flavor, like whatever you pick. If you want to, instead of being on something like, instead of just keep smoking like cherry, you want to try something different, like something's mixed together.
Okay.
Okay.
So before we answer your question, I'm going to go ahead and roll for the random number real quick, and I'm going to keep you on the line just in case it's number 5. So everybody wish J-Rock a little bit of luck, because here we go. We're about to roll it right now. It is being rolled. The number is number 9. I got to find out who the very first number 9 is that guessed that number. And thank you so much, J-Rock. We appreciate your call, obviously, and your support of the show. I'm going to go ahead and kick you from the call, but thank you so much for calling. Okay, man?
Thank you for calling.
You're welcome. I can't wait to see y'all. Let the shenanigans begin.
Hell yeah! All right, that was awesome. Oops, there's our wait music.
Awful
right, so-
freeform jazz music. It's not good.
The winner of this one is BZ Nup-E 2K7. BZ Nupkey 2K7 is the very first one with the number 9 comment. So we've given away 3 boxes. The first one was to Amanda A. The second one was to Akeem. And the third one was to this bizarre name that I don't, beat the Nuppa to 2K7. And then we gave away the tickets to Badia on this episode. Now, thank you so much for participating in the giveaways and the fun stuff that we have going on for that. We will be doing more giveaways until the actual expo comes up. We will be giving away more tickets, and we'll see if we can't give away some other fun stuff throughout the season, obviously. I do want to say that we do have a new rule that we're putting in place. If you win something that's not live, like this is right now, if you win like one of the bigger contests that we do, you will be ineligible to win anything else for the rest of the season. But the live calls like this are always available to be won because you have to show up for these ones to actually win it. So we're going to keep these ones good to go in that regard. But when it comes to winning big prizes, you win one a season, and then you'll have to sit out for the rest of the season, just to let you know.
Doug got it. I think it was Doug.
Wait, what?
Bang. Doug is, I think Doug is BZ.
No way.
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Okay.
3-tip gang. Bang, bang.
We're not going to take any more calls, right? That was the last call we're going to do for the day.
Good there.
I'm going to hang up the line just so we don't get anyone else that accidentally calls or anything.
Or any
all right,
jazz
cool.
music.
So let's talk about the awesome question from J Rock. He asked us, what was the first time that we mixed tobaccos to get like a different flavor profile? Adrian, can you remember the first time that you did something like that?
Yeah, like it was yesterday. My first flavor was it wasn't even Blue Mist. It was a 360 flavor for anyone who's aware of that brand. And it was called Ocean Blue, which is their Blue Mist. And I thought it was really good. And like I only had 250 because when you first start, you think 250 grams, I'm going to smoke forever. Little did I know. And then I picked up another 360 flavor, and it was just this like super generic. It was like a banana flavor. It was not good, but I mixed them together, and I thought it was the best thing ever because I mixed tobacco. I thought it was a genius. I didn't know people did that. And it's pretty underwhelming, but that's what I did.
You started a revolution, Adrian. You created Banana Blue Mist.
That's awful. Don't do that. Don't do it.
That does not sound. That's not a good idea. Me and you are both huge fans of Blue Mist, obviously. We're the Blue Mist gang,
best
right?
flavor.
But
Tangiers. Let's get a Blue Mist clone going.
Oh, why has there never been a Tangiers Blue Mist? Why has that never been a thing?
That'd be a good
because
moment.
no one likes Blue Mist.
Hey, you can't say that on this show. That's our sponsor, dude.
The Blue Mist Show. Blue Mist Show. Zach, what about you? What's the first time you remember mixing tobaccos together?
I don't remember, but if I had to make a wild guess, it was a flavor probably with Alfaker mint. Because I always loved Alfaker mint, and when I first started, I probably only had Alfaker. I always had mint on deck, so I probably mixed those two together to make the most unique Alfaker blend in the world.
So, does mint count in this? I'm not trying to call you out on your saying, but it does mint count because mint is kind of like it has to mix with stuff.
He asked for the first. He didn't ask for the best.
Then I'm going. Yeah, if he asked for the best, Adrian would not have told his story. That's for sure.
And then actually, and to add on to that, the first blend I probably ever smoked was probably Fuzzy Navel from Starbuzz. If I had to make a guess, but I don't remember. That was like a blended flavor pre-made, obviously.
Yeah, Cocoa Jumbo was my first Starbuzz pre-blend. It was actually pretty good.
My first time mixing tobacco was Tangiers. I smoked everything straight for the longest time. Then when I got into Tangiers and I got passion fruit, and I absolutely loved passion fruit. And then I got some cane mint, and I was like, what if I put cane mint?
Cane mint's still mint. Your mix is void too.
No, I'm not voiding your mix. I just want to make sure that we're good to say it because my first one was also cane mint and passion fruit, and I smoked that on the daily. I could have been posting to Facebook and saying smoking what else at the point that I was smoking that blend right there. I tell you what.
That's genius. What you just did. Thanks, man.
Cane mint and something else.
Did you like that? You appreciate that?
I gotta go do that later.
Smoking what else, I tell you. All right, so oh my goodness, what a fun-filled show. I think the call was pretty fun. I think we're going to do that probably on every episode. We'll open up the phone lines for like the last 20 to 30 minutes of the episode. We'll take 1 or 2 calls. We'll have some questions and some talking. And yeah, thank you guys so much for the support and your enjoyance of the show. Thank you, everybody that won something. Thank you, everyone that tried to win something. We will have more stuff to be given away in the future, so I guarantee your chances are not over yet. And yeah, I can't wait for the expo. It feels like it's just too far away. Zach, thank you so much for joining us and being a part of the show.
Of course, my pleasure. I'm having fun.
It was a blast. Adrian, thank you for being my co-host and dealing with my my demanding of you to do stuff that didn't work out all that well.
Yeah. You got it, Dad.
Are we done?
I think we're done. I think we're done.
No, I was having fun.
I know
Zach
it
wants
was
to
a
keep
blast.
going. Matt, you can go.
Well,
Bring someone else in
Well,
here.
what do we have to talk about, guys? What? Oh, we never talked about daytime and nighttime.
Yes.
smoking
I
for
We gotta
blonde.
get into
Answer for that
that.
one.
We gotta at least go there.
Let's do that. So, you know, I noticed that I get more of a buzz in the evening times with Tangiers, where if I smoke it during the midday, maybe it's because I'm not smoking it as aggressively or something like that. Maybe I'm not relaxing quite as much. But do you guys have a preference on what you like to smoke during the daytime versus what you like to smoke in the evening time? Zach, I'm going to let you take this question to begin with.
100%. I am very susceptible to buzz, so I kind of have to be careful what I smoke when I smoke it. So during the day, I buzz much, much harder. I tend to do my videos in the morning because it's the only time I get before work. So empty stomach, maybe like 6 cups of coffee, like no joke. And if I smoke a dark leaf in the morning, I'm like laid out, like I'm done. I don't need to go to work. Like, so I have to be careful. If I can plan, which I usually can't because I'm usually trying to test something to review or doing a review. If I can plan, I smoke dark leaves during the day, and then at night I smoke. I smoke blonde leaves during the day and dark leaves at night. I crave the buzz at night when I get home from work. I want to calm down. I want to chill out. The dark leaf hits me perfectly at like midnight when I get home. But if I started during the day, I just want to take a nap. I'm useless.
I feel the same way. In fact, I like smoking dark leaves at night because it like gets me ready to like just pass the fuck out. Like I smoke, I finish my bowl, I head inside, and then I'm just out. I'm ready to pass out. What about you, Adrian? Do you have preference on what you're smoking during the time frame of the day?
I don't like to be in a completely sober state of mind ever. So when I wake up, I really like to break out like my, I call this my 10-gram Tangiers bowl. That's literally what it is. This is a 10-gram Tangiers bowl by Relics. And I'll smoke Tangiers in the morning, man. I'll get myself like mellowed out a little bit because what I do for a living is I drive a box truck. So you don't want to do that too wired in the morning. So I bring myself up with like 7 cups of coffee, bring myself back down with a little bit of Tangiers, get home, have some more Tangiers. When that's done, have some more Tangiers. And then like when the weekend rolls around to mix it up, maybe I'll have some more Tangiers and some Alfaca in there, maybe some Trifecta, and then some Tangiers.
So basically, just always 10 years is what you just said.
Just pretty much
Loaded
always
all-
Tangiers. Yeah.
Preloaded bowl, so he just takes one off, puts the next one on,
Yeah.
Tangier's ready to go.
Yeah.
If I had pink grapefruit, man, I think I'd be doing the same thing. I'm not gonna lie, I love that. And then guava that I've been smoking a lot lately. Guava from Tangiers is so good, so good.
But on a real top point of view, I do like to smoke Tangiers in the morning. But if you're trying to be like super productive, like the weekends are big for me. I do a lot of other work things that aren't necessarily my day job. I don't smoke Tangiers Saturday morning. I've got too much to do. Like, don't do it if you're trying to be productive. I'm trying to be cheeky.
Yeah, 10 just gets you lazy.
Yeah,
And I've also noticed for me, when I work out, especially, so if I hit a bowl before I work out, if I smoke dark leaf, man, the workout is rough. But if I can smoke blonde leaf, like 4 or 5 bowls before I work out, which I don't ever do, but I can smoke blonde leaf all day long and then go hit the gym and I'm perfectly fine. Like I did today, I smoked 2 bowls this morning, blonde leaf, and I was good to go. If I ever smoke dark leaf before the gym, it is the most trash workout. I'm out of breath. I'm lazy. It's not good. And then also right now, I just got back from the gym. I'm smoking dark leaf, and while we were setting up, man, I was buzzed. I was very buzzed. So I'm weak when it comes to the buzz. I get buzzed pretty easy.
I'll say that during the daytime, if I smoke when I'm normally smoking, just like doing productive stuff on like the computer and stuff, if it's at night, I will smoke Tangiers and I'll get laid out and I'll stop doing any productive stuff that I may be doing and just watch YouTube shows one after another. But if it's during the daytime and I'm smoking even Tangiers, I think I'm just smoking a little bit less, so I'm not getting quite as head buzzy. I don't get the same kind of buzz that like I used to get. I get a much more just like chilled and relaxed buzz where like I just want to relax, right? I don't want to do anything too major or crazy. But if I smoke like anything during the daytime and I'm keeping myself busy, I notice that I don't get any sort of buzz of any kind at all. But if I'm not doing anything and I'm just relaxing, I get a buzz almost on anything that I smoke because I'm just relaxing. I'm not doing anything. I'm letting that tobacco just bask over me and allow me to just come down, basically. So that's the difference for me personally. Anything else you guys want to talk Am I good to end the show? Oh, one more thing. Sorry, my apologies. One more thing. Question of the day. People in the chat, please let us know. What is your favorite flavor profile, natural or candy? Which one do you prefer? You have to pick one. I'm going to ask both you, Adrian and Zach, to give me your answer immediately without thinking about it too much besides the time that you've already had to think. Zach, what do you prefer, candy or natural? Go.
100% natural. I
Okay.
can't do candy. That's why I can't do Blue Mist.
Oh, okay, I got you. Adrian, candy or natural? Go.
Candy flavors are garbage, in my opinion. I know a lot of people disagree with that. That's why I'm such a big fan of natural lemon mints. Matt, I know you disagree with me on this one. The only good candy flavor is Blue Mist.
Yeah, well, I don't disagree with that one. But I think overall, I prefer candy flavors as a flavor profile over natural flavors. And I love natural flavors. Alpha Kama, passion fruit, Alpha Kama, what's it called? Not passion fruit, guava, both absolutely phenomenal natural flavors. The lychee from Lavu is amazing natural lychee flavor that I absolutely love and adore. But when it comes to what I enjoy to smoke, and if I'm sitting down and I'm going to pick what I want and load what I want to load, it has got to be candy flavors for me. Hookah Fiend, or I mean, Orion says candy. Paul says natural. David says natural. And Gus says candy, just due to what I've tried so far. Candy's pretty good. These guys
Don't
are.
you get tired of smoking the same, like okay, so I tend to smoke a lot of the same stuff over and over throughout testing, right? So if you had to smoke a bowl of candied flavor, can you smoke it 3 bowls back to back?
Yeah. The lime lychee.
I'm gonna get like a toothache just thinking about it. Like, no.
I know you've tried the lime lychee blueberry from Sherbetli, obviously, and the first time I smoked that, I kid you not, I loaded another bowl immediately after, like of the same thing. I loved that lychee gummy taste that was just super candy and just tasty. Oh, I loved it so much. It was great. Raul says natural as well. All right, so Zach, if we're looking for you on the internet, where can we find you?
I'm on YouTube, Strictly Shisha, so please subscribe. I would appreciate it.
Yes. Anywhere else they can find you if you want them to stalk you?
If you want to see some personal pictures, I'm on Instagram at Z. Then my last name is Kimji, so ZKHIMJI1. Sometimes it's hookah related, sometimes it's business related, sometimes I'm just eating something. So if you want to follow me there, it's cool. I don't mind, but don't expect hookah pictures every day.
Yeah, I'm going to do everything I can the next time I go to Georgia, which will hopefully be within the next like 8 months or so. I'm going to stop by and see your shop and have you make me some sort of delicious concoction of ice cream. That's my goal.
Morning Glory.
Maybe Morning Glory.
It's on the menu. Might as well.
Yeah, something like that. Adrian, where can we find you on the internet?
Everywhere. Oh boy, everywhere. You can find me over on the YouTube. It's Pipe Dream Hookah. I do reviews. They're not as good as Zach's, but they exist. And then I also do.
I watch him.
Oh, look, he watches me. That's something. Unboxings, tutorials, stuff like that as well. You want to find me on Instagram? I actually have a hookah Instagram. It's just hookah stuff. It's _pipe dream. It's the same thing on Twitter, which I'm basically absent on. And you can find me on Facebook as me. My name's Adrian Hunter. Also, I have a Facebook page dedicated to Pipe Dream Hookah, but it's still not active yet.
It's under construction. If you'd like to find me on the internet, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Matt Desend. I have been doing some new things on there, so go and check it out and let me know what your opinions are of that. You can also find me on Twitter at only Matt Desend. You can find me on Facebooks, on the different groups, just stalking around mainly, not even doing anything. You can find the AM Hookah Podcast on Facebook. Just do a search for AM Hookah Podcast. We have a page and we have a group. You can find us on Twitter at AM_Hookah. You can find us on Instagram. Just do a search for AM Hookah. Yeah, man, we are all over the place and we're trying to be even more out there. Thank you guys so much for listening, watching the show. Thank you, Bilo, and also thank you, J-Rock. Isn't it funny that both of our callers had a letter and then something after it for both? Must be the hip thing to do, I'm guessing, because I'm not hip and I don't do that.
You are not hip, no, at all.
That's mean. That's not nice.
What?
Adrian, your YouTube, again, Bilo wants to know.
Pipe Dream Hookah, all one word. My dumb face is the picture, so there you go. Why did it go Pipe Dream? Oh my gosh, I just realized that Pipe Dream, the end of Pipe Dream Hookah, is AM Hookah. Branding.
Yeah, it's great. All right, guys. We are out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Zach, I can't thank you enough for being a part of the first episode of season 2. Thank you so much, my friend. It's been a pleasure and a blast. Everybody, on the count of 3, say goodbye. 1, 2, 3.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Thank you guys for watching. Bye, guys.